Jai Shri Gurudev. Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the 8th Standard Science online classes. My dear students, in the previous class, we have discussed about the conservation of plants and animals lesson. In that, we have discussed about wildlife sanctuaries and then project of tiger. These are all we have discussed in the previous class. So in this class also we are going to discuss about some other informations related to the conservation of plants and animals. Students, in this class we are going to discuss about ecosystem. So what do you mean by ecosystem? Ecosystem is nothing but the combination of living things and non-living things. That we call it together, we call it as an ecosystem. So in that ecosystem, and what it will be has. See, my dear students, if you take any one ecosystem, so that will be consisting of all kinds of plants, all kinds of animals, and all kinds of microorganisms in a living area. So that is we call it as ecosystem. So this along with all the living organisms, along with non-living organisms also is present. The combination between the living and non-living things, that what we call it as an ecosystem. So have you understood now? So ecosystem is consisting of all the plants, all the animals and all the microorganisms living in a area along with non-living components. Can you tell me the non-living components is present along with the living things? As water, air, soil is the best example. Stone is the best example for the process of ecosystem. So whatever we have discussed, the water, soil and climate, air, these are all non-living things, right? No. So these non-living things are also present in the along with living organisms. So hence ecosystem is nothing but the combination between living things and as well as non-living things. In that ecosystem we will be find out all kind of plants, all kind of animals, all kind of microorganisms living in a along with non-living things. So this is what we call it as an ecosystem. So I am observing some pictures in the slide. So in the second picture we are going to observe water is present. So that water is a non-living thing. So in that water only the fish is present. So it is a living thing, and below the fish we will be find out some kind of green plants. So which means in ecosystem will be has both living thing and as well as non-living thing, right now. So in the take the first picture also, in that ecosystem it is a particular region. So in that also we will be find out the different kinds of plants in that, different kinds of grass, different kinds of organisms and as well as water. So based on that we will be conclude an ecosystem is nothing but the combination between living organisms and as well as non-living organisms. So this both the living and non-living organisms together what we call it as ecosystem. So in that ecosystem it will be play a very major role to maintain the balancing of our atmosphere. So this ecosystem will be play a major role to balance our atmosphere. Why? Because it will be very helpful to maintain a sufficient amount of life cycle, sufficient amount of ecological cycle in the environment. So hence this ecosystem will also will be play a major role to maintain the healthy environment in our surroundings. So after that, one more very important thing, there is migration. So what do you mean by migration? Why the migration will be takes place? Yes. So what do you mean by migration? So migration is nothing but the process of movement of animals in large number from one place to other place to overcome from the unfavorable conditions. So this is we call it as migration. So migration is nothing but the movement of animals from one place to other place to escape from the unfavorable condition. So best example, some of the birds will be migrates from one country to other country. The best example we will be going to consider, that is a Siberian crane. So Siberian crane is a Siberian country's bird. Siberian bird. So during the winter season, so it will be required, or this Siberian crane bird will be required hot climate for the breeding purpose. So breeding means nothing but production or hatching of eggs, or it will be reproduction purpose. It will be requires hot climate, but the Siberian countries are very cold in nature. So hence, for the purpose of reproduction, this Siberian crane will be migrates from Siberia to India. So Siberiaದಿಂದ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಗೆ it will be migrates. So flying ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು it will be reaches to the Assam of our country. So in that favorable condition will be required for the purpose of breeding. So just imagine this distance of Siberia and India is very more, no? It will be required thousands kilometers. So that thousands kilometers continuously that Siberian crane will be flies and reaches to the Indian country for the purpose of breeding. So in the Siberian, when the bird will be migratory period or the breeding period, so during that time in the Siberian there is a unfavorable condition. So to escape from the unfavorable condition, they will be migrates from Siberia to India. So in India it will be has a favorable condition for the purpose of breeding. Hence that Siberian crane will be migrates from Siberia to India for the process of migration. So that is only we will be said, no? So migration is nothing but the movement of an animals from unfavorable condition to favorable condition for the purpose of different kinds. So this is we call it as migration. So some of the birds that we will be fly very long distance to reach the another land. So this we call it as migratory birds. So what do you mean by migratory birds? So the birds which fly very long distance to escape from the unfavorable condition to favorable condition, or one area to other area. This we call it as migratory birds. So not only the process of breeding, the animals or birds or any one organism, they will be migrates from one place to other place for the purpose of searching of good environment, good breeding environment, and as well as find the sufficient amount of food. So as we know that our earth having different kinds of environmental changes will be takes place, like rainy season is there, winter season is there, summer season is there. So like that, so to escape from the unfavorable conditions, that organisms will be migrates from one area to other area. So for the purpose of breeding, for the purpose of good temperature, or they will be escape from the unfavorable conditions. So now tell me, what are the advantages of the migration? Yes, dear students, this migration or the process of the migration is very helpful for each and every living organisms. So it provides the migrating species, that migration will be provides the organisms will be get favorable condition of temperature, favorable condition of food, favorable water. So the migration will be very helpful for the birds or any one organism to get the favorable condition and as well as sufficient amount of temperature, sufficient amount of water, sufficient amount of food. Example we are discussed, there is a Siberian crane. So will be migrates from Siberian countries in that where the winter season will be begins in the Siberia. So during that time it will be starts migrates and it will be reaches to the India for the purpose of breeding. And then one more very important advantages of the migration is it also provides a suitable place. It is a this migration area it will be moved from one area to other area, no, so that new area will be provide a very good place for the purpose of reproduction, for the reproduction. So for example is the one fish is there, that is we call it as salmon. So this salmon is a salt aquatic organism. So particularly in the aquatic fish, we will be find out this salmon in a marine water. Marine means salt water. But during the process of reproduction, it will be migrates from salt water area to fresh water area or sweet water area to hatch the eggs. Understood, no? This migration of the salmon and the nature of the salmon that we will be find out in a marine water, salt water, during the reproduction or during the hatching of or during the breeding of eggs, that salmon fish will be migrates from salt water area to fresh water area. So for the purpose of reproduction. So these are all the very important and advantages of the migration. So can you tell me what are the advantages of the migration? Yes. So this will be provides a migrating the species will be provides favorable condition for the temperature and also will be provides suitable place for the reproduction. And my dear students, one more very important concept, that is recycling of paper. What do you mean by recycling of paper? So how it will be very helpful to conserve the plants and animals? Yes, as we know that the plants or trees are very important to maintain the balancing of our nature, right? No. So therefore, in order to protect the environment or in order to protect the trees, we have to mainly recycle the papers. So there are the methods is there. So about 17 full grown trees are required to produce 1 ton of paper. So which means a very good 17 full grown trees is required for production of 1 ton of paper. So if you take any one paper that we will be recycled, that can be recycled about 5 to 7 times for use, repurpose. We will be use that after writing. If you take any one notebook, so if you completed that notebook, so what you will do, will throw in somewhere, right? No, or we will be thrown in some other area. So instead of the throwing somewhere, if we are giving to the recycling purpose, we will be get 6 times that plants tree or the waste papers will be recycled and again we will be used for the purpose of writing. So like this, if you want to do like this recycling of the papers, this will be very helpful to prevent the cutting of trees. And then that recycling will be very helpful to save the trees and as well as reuse the papers, and recycling of the papers is very helpful to save the trees and as well as save the energy, water and chemicals, whatever they are used to manufacture the papers, these are all will be, we can also saved. So like this, if you want to follow this kind of conditions, so we can easily avoid the cutting of trees and we can easily maintain the proper environment or good environment. So how to overcome all these are all the problems? So whatever we have discussed, that is we call it as endangered species we have discussed, and conservation of plants and animals we have discussed, natural or national parks we have discussed, and as well as wildlife sanitaries we have discussed right now. So apart from this, whatever the students you have, so you the students is also will be play a major role to maintain or conserve the plants and animals. So what is your responsibility? Yes, that is responsibility is nothing but the reforestation. So what do you mean by reforestation? Yes, deforestation is nothing but removing of trees, right? No. So reforestation is nothing but restocking of destroyed forest by planting new trees. So in this area, just you like a children will be play a major role to reconstruct the forest, and this will be very helpful to fulfill the environmental needs. So we should plant at least as many trees as we cut. So how much number of trees we are cutted in our daily life? So only just imagine one person will be cut 10 trees in his life. So it is an example. So and that same place or some other place, that person should plant some other minimum 10 or 10 plus plants to overcome from the imbalance of environment. So like this, if you do that, we can easily escape from the environmental changes, and we have already caused a lot of damage to our forest. Is it right? We have done a very damage to the forest only. Why? Because of construction of more buildings, because of construction of more industrial areas, construction of more and more urbanization. So this will be leads entirely day by day the percentage of the forest area in all over the world become decreasing. So this will be leads lot of environmental imbalance. To overcome from this environmental imbalance, as a children, a compulsory must be plant more and more plants in our day-to-day life. If we have a reason to our green wealth, so then if you want to become a green earth in the future, so the main solution is reforestation. So this reforestation is only the one and only option to overcome from the environmental imbalance. So I request all the children to plant more and more plants in his day-to-day life. This will be very helpful to overcome from the environmental imbalance. My dear students, is there any clarifications regarding today's topic? Can please send a message through WhatsApp. Please stay home, stay healthy, and wear the mask while going outside, and maintain physical distance during outside traveling. So, is there any clarifications? You can send a message or you can call me. Thank you. Jai Shri Guru.